Hey folks, Lyarri here. Today we're reacting to 3 Adoptees Smoke Weed Together, the Strange Blood series by Cut. I'm really excited for this video because, my mom was adopted and I really like the concept of the series. Might be participating. Let's start. Oh my god.
Did you see those?
Nice.
Did you see those?
Oh, sick.
I fucked my shit up though.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Always is how it is.
How's it going?
You have great fits.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I'm Taryn. I work with kids that have autism and I provide behavioral therapy.
My name is Ezra. I'm a professional artist.
Hello, I'm Avery, and I currently work with the homeless.
Cool.
Rad.
What do you think we're doing here today?
We're gonna smoke weed and we're gonna talk about adoption.
I'm excited to see our similarities and differences between it all. And I'm excited to talk about adoption and being brown
Transracial
too.
adoptions?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I'm really excited about that. I don't know what your situation is, but I'm excited.
Oh,
to
you'll
hear it
find
too.
out.
I can't wait.
We shall see.
Okay. This is gonna be a good one. I feel like this guy has a story.
Oh, that's nice. So interesting.
I appreciate her. She's so into the designs of the bong.
When were you adopted?
Is that a
I was
dab break?
adopted 2 days after I was born.
How's your experience with your biological parents?
For basically my whole life, I didn't care about them. I didn't want to know their names. I didn't want to know where they lived. In my head, I planted that they were just these shells of people that then produced me, and now I'm here. Fast forward in time, my mom and I are looking through childhood pictures, and all of a sudden there's a picture of this little boy, and I was like, who's this? And my mom's like, oh, that's your brother. You know, she kept him, and then she had you, and then didn't keep you, and that was really fucking heartbreaking.
I can feel bad. Especially when you're a kid, it's so hard to
How old
emotionalize
were you
stuff.
guys, do you know?
I was adopted last year.
Oh my God, love.
Yeah.
Wait, you can do that? What? How does it work?
I was adopted by my best friend's native family. My mom was becoming imbalanced in her mind, and navigating her growing schizophrenia opens this doorway for other families or communities around you to feel that they need to establish that kind of sense of family for you. My family organized this without my knowledge.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming at all. It was very what?
What? That's so interesting.
Yeah,
It
no,
is,
this is the most
yeah.
unique thing I've ever heard. I've never heard of that.
No, you guys, I'm so
She's
high.
very happy.
It's all
You
good.
don't understand. So, ask me,
Yeah, the origin
This is such a great concept for a video.
story.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
My mom was always there, but it was at first supervised visits at CPS. I really didn't get anything out of the interaction, and I just deep down always had this resentment and hate, I guess, for her because she had my 2 older sisters and I did not have her life together, was in a really bad place, and then had 2 additional kids years later that are white. She got her life together and raised them and was a mom to them, and was just not that for me.
Are both your parents white? Yeah, how's that?
We have very, very different political views. Something we cannot speak about is blue lives. They do not understand that it is a choice and a profession and not a
Oh.
what?
I get
You
what
are
she's
choosing.
saying.
You are not born they do not, and again coming from privilege, but
She's Black Lives Matter, and then her parents are Blue Lives Matter too.
This is a hot topic in my heart. This called white savior complex, where 2 white people go out and seek out specifically a brown kid. And it's a token item, and my usually really great Christian family.
I've known a lot
and
of
we were
folks.
just, God sent us to this earth to do this, and whatever you believe in religion is fine, but if that is the reason for adopting is to token this child, then you're fucking them up, because you're not gonna teach them about the hard things that come with being black, and you're not gonna address, those kind of situations. But my adoption story, my bio mom, Melissa, she only chose my parents because my dad is black. And she was because you have someone black in your family system, this was way more ethical and things like that. But that's a hot take I have on this.
I don't honestly like. I have another friend who she's Asian, and she was adopted by a white family specifically because she was Asian. And um, to be fair, I think they were relatively like they tried pretty hard, but they weren't like she's not exactly like they were a very religious family. And she's not exactly the most well socially well adjusted person. And I know like they even adopted like another like I forget what I haven't spoken to her in years. I forget like which part of Asia she's from, but like I know that they adopted another child from like the same country or whatever to like make her feel better. But that was like literally like 9 years later or something. Or like not even I think it was like 13. So like it's yeah. And what she said is very real.
Adoption, good or bad?
Good.
I like it.
It's good it exists.
I guess I'm for adoption, but I see so much, like you're saying, manipulation inside of it, of people being like, I'm gonna go adopt someone that is different from me. And you know, like what that might mean to them and what they might think they're giving to that person. It's such a strange thing. And then in your case of, you know, them being these kind of like quiet racists towards you, there's like these layers of things that have to be pulled back from what's around us to be able to get to a place where we're actually caring for each other. It's so daunting and it seems so fucked up.
I was quick.
Oh my god, I respect that. So I respect him because he just took like so many dab hits and he's fucking like he's just spitting.
Quick to say that adoption is good, and I do think so, but
It
like,
can be.
It can be, yes. But the times it's not is like horrendous.
I blame social workers. I mean, social workers, I know they start out with a good heart, but they're overworked, their caseloads are too high, and they get burnt out, and they stop caring about their jobs, and they stop caring about their cases, which are literal, actual people.
Yeah.
And I just think they forget that, and it just gets caught up in the system. And
Look how much they get paid.
I had so many, I just like couldn't even tell you any of their names. Like they were all just like a white cis woman with like dark hair.
And also the system is underfunded itself. Like it's not enough. Like she pointed to some of that at the beginning, and it was like the effects of that are really awful. Like it I feel very strongly for folks in foster care systems. It's something like I know I like did charity events in the past and stuff, like in a community service type group. Um and that like there were like this one time of year where there's like a community relatively near me where it's all adopted folks who live in like if I remember correctly, like basically a wide community created for I want to say it's literally like adopted families to live and like stuff like that, like orphans. I could be getting some of the details wrong, but like we would go there and like help work on the houses or like I think like I forget a lot of it. This was a while ago, but it was a thing that we did like every year for a few years. Um, and yeah, like stuff like that. It's just like I also knew like I've known at least like a half dozen and like been good friends with like a half dozen adopted folks who either were adopted at a young age, like my mother was adopted at a young age, or were in the system for a decade plus, and it's just the effect that like these really unstable environments can have on these kids' lives is horrendous. It feels so bad to like not even have a chance and not have like an opportunity. And to know that there's folks like out there who don't have that. Yeah.
Just the systems that we set up around us are just lifeless. And I mean, there's good inside of it. I don't want to make sweeping generalizations of that whole thing, but we just don't know how to actually care for each other. Sorry, getting stoned again. Trailing off.
I relate.
I have a snack. My experience with like family systems was much different than your guys's. Like I don't understand what you guys went through to like watch something break and then have it to be rebuilt like that. Like I was just in it. Does that make sense? Like I got it good, I think. Oh my god, I can cry.
God.
Sorry. Feeling appreciative.
She's so
Had
cool.
a much better life than I would have had if I wasn't adopted. So
Oh, thanks for sharing that. That was really vulnerable.
Can we get one more
Yeah, I
joint?
think I lost.
It's right behind the Lay's bag.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, they decked them out with the snacks. What the? I'm so jealous.
I want to adopt, and I feel like that might be
Kindness.
fucked up. Is that fucked up?
I don't know. I say I don't want kids, but I don't want to have kids out of my body.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want to
Like,
have
I don't
control
want to
over
do
my
that.
bladder.
And like, I just don't. I'm not into that. I don't.
Kids don't live in your bladder, is that why?
No, but like actually, like some people pee themselves and they can't
Yeah.
control it
And
anymore.
I think it's fine.
I don't want that.
These things might happen.
I love this lady on the on our left so much. She's so cool. Also her and him. Like they're all cool. I vibe with her especially. Also her earrings are amazing.
Happen to us when we get older.
Not
Anyways,
Nope.
What do you think of Ezra's adoption story?
I'm sure it means so many different things on so many different levels that I will never understand, and that's why it's so beautiful, and I'm so happy for you. But like, my mind is just like,
I also can't wrap my head around the like no documents. I don't know. Adoption always seems like such a legal thing.
Yeah.
but isn't that crazy though? Like, it can just like, we're so ingrained that it's like a physical piece of paper, and like
those are all the
everything
subtler
else
patterns.
comes first. But like, it's literally coming from like the heart and feeling and
Yeah.
like trust and like a sense of community, and that's not where adoption in America or probably anywhere. I
Wait,
mean,
where
not
is he
true.
from?
Happens.
It's profound to me. It totally is. There's so much
I know, like,
inside
is
of
he-
this that I haven't considered before because I haven't. lived
He's
through it.
Jewish, I think.
I'm both high and completely in awe of just the lived experience.
Yeah, I think high and in awe can summarize all of this.
Oh
Like,
gosh, yeah.
Do you like to play lineup at home? Well, good news. Lineup
Wow.
is now a game. Check out the link in our description for more.
Oh god, that sounds awful. Oh my god. Rate your friends by attractiveness. No, I mean honestly, like you can like I would hope you can do that in like a nice way with your friend group. But imagine the friend groups that can't. Okay. So this was fantastic. This was genuinely like I need to watch more of these. It's so cool. I love like when you just get people to tell stories about their lives. It's so neat. I didn't like realize how cool this would be. And like okay, there's a couple of cool videos that I could definitely watch in these recommended. I hope y'all start doing more Strange Buds videos more often. They always bring out the most interesting conversations, especially with great groups like this one. Very curious, real quick. Strange Buds. Oh wow. I would imagine that it's like a fair amount of setup. Because like you need to get folks who are comfortable talking high, enjoy smoking weed in a group, comfortable talking about their lives while high, and with interesting stories. Like, that must be tough. Alright. Oh wait, the chemistry between people that are living similar situations is actually naturally, when discussing the experience with an open mind, it's therapeutic. Yeah, this is like super true. I think relating to people who have similar experiences to you and like seeking that out, even when you're in the moment of having that experience, right? Like if it's like a prolonged, like a medical situation with a family member or something, it really does help. Yeah, like there's so many times where like I'll speak to a friend or meet someone who has gone through the same thing I'm going through, and like knowing that like, oh hey, there's someone out there, and like there's this person I wouldn't have expected or I even already knew about, and see that like this is how they were able to get through this, and just the fact alone that they were able to get through it and be on the other end. And obviously you don't always get through it, or you're not always speaking to the person at the point where they've gotten through it, and you're never necessarily through it, but there's ways to like heal from really traumatic events that help you like, I don't know, like continue to like live life and be happy and enjoy the good moments. I don't know. God, I'm really fucking I'm not sure if I can say this on YouTube. I guess I can, right? Like this is on YouTube. Like I'm really high. Um, okay. Sitting here with so many lingering questions about Ezra's adoption story. Like what can yes, please, can we have a follow-up? His adoption into an indigenous nation can look 100 different ways. Each is a profoundly different system than secular logics. Like Ezra said, a common thread is if one exists is that family isn't about blood. It's about kinship and community. I agree with that. It's hence why blood quantum is so fucked up, though nowadays with pretendians, IDK, this could be innocent. I don't know too much about this. Sorry, I said that. I don't know too much about this. Um. Oh, I wanted to say, my mom, she was adopted. She wasn't. She was put up at a very young age as a baby, which is part of the reason why she was adopted so quickly. Babies get adopted at a much higher rate. Um, and her birth family, like her mom, I believe, had two older brothers, or they could be younger, but I'm pretty sure they're older. And the father was a like a serial killer. Like he killed multiple people. Um, I believe the term for serial killer is like a relatively small amount of people, but like I think it fits him or something. Maybe it was one event where it was like multiple people, but like yeah. And I think what happened is like this only happened a few years in, and so by the like after like the other kids. So when my mom was born, like it had happened. And she was like, I can't raise another kid with like that is his. And she put him up and wanted no contact. And then one of the brothers ended up kind of like him. All I'm gonna say. And then the other brother is actually pretty successful. Um, like really weird to think about. Yeah. Um, and then my mother eventually like this is the thing that I think is kind of weird, but I get it. Um, her birth mother didn't want her to have any information about her or anything at all. But eventually, my mom hired a private investigator in large part because, like, learning medical history is really important. And, she was able to do that, and, like, she was able to afford a private investigator, and, like, that whole process felt really good to her. And, like, making the decision to actually contact her was obviously a huge deal. And then, like, they obviously, like, they didn't stay in contact because it was hard for my mother's birth mother, but she was able to like find out the information she needed and have like that sense of closure, which for her. Yeah. Um as an adoptive mother of a brown child, I so appreciate this conversation. I didn't seek out a child that wasn't white, but I've struggled with my role in teaching my child about race. I have no idea if the path my family is taking is right. We keep my child as the focus for our decisions and honor that we are doing okay enough. I so appreciate hearing these perspectives from young adults that have been through it. I'll always wonder if my decisions are right for my family, but I love hearing their perspectives and food for thought on what I can do differently. Yes, I think something I hear with like a relative increasing degree of frequency is like, I'm afraid I'm not doing enough. And I'm worried, blah, 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 blah. Like, in some senses, like, having this feeling can be an indicator, right? But there's other times where, like, and I would say, even venture to say this is a lot of the time, I'm not sure, where like if you're sincerely worried about not doing enough and these feelings are centered on your child and you're putting your child first, like you probably are doing pretty good. I'm sure you could be doing better, but like the bar is not too high for my understanding. So yeah, and like you can have a fantastic childhood and become a fantastic adult with like there's like huge levels to being like a less than perfect parent, right? Like I don't know. It's hard to put that into words, but yeah. Love how Cut always chooses diverse groups with very different backgrounds. Yeah, I've seen a few Cut videos and I actually really like them. I don't know. They've been really neat so far. At least so specific ones that I've watched. Taryn is so, I don't know, is so eloquent. I love the way she expresses herself. I actually didn't catch their names because I'm completely, like they said Ezra a lot, which is how I got his name. But where does it say names? Oh my god, did I?
My name is Ezra. I'm a
Okay.
professional artist.
Oh god, I literally suck.
Hi,
think
everyone.
that-
Come on in.
Okay.
How's it going?
Good, I like your outfit.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I'm Taryn.
Taryn,
I
okay.
work with kids that have autism, and I provide behavioral therapy. And I currently work.
My name is Ezra. I'm a professional artist.
Hello, I'm Avery.
Avery, oh, it's so pretty. How did I suck. I think Ezra is a name that I partly remembered because like I know a ton of like a few journalists with the name Ezra. So it's like a name that sticks out in my head. Right, I'm not even sure like, you know, folks in like that sphere. I really appreciate this video. I'm adopted and there's so many unspoken topics that those looking to adopt or even just others in general may not know to think about. I would love to see more videos around this discussion in space. I agree, it's so interesting. I also watched The Fosters. I was fortunate enough to be adopted into a family the same way myself. That was about it. Adoptive father was not only added to my childhood trauma by allowing his abusive ex to have free reign to do whatever. He also later disowned me when I decided to come out. I just wanted to add, though, I am thankful for my adoption overall. It brought the most amazing and beautiful mother into my life. She truly is my rock and my biggest supporter. I found a home and safe space within her love. Sorry, this is making me cry for some reason. Thank you, Catherine, and too, for giving me the best life possible. I always felt so loved and wanted, especially every time she emphasized how I was hand selected by her. And it's so cute. Started off so sad and then it ended like really. I appreciate this person. They write really. Oh, my mic got really quiet. I said I appreciate this person. They write really well. Alright. I'm gonna cut. I can read these comments all day, but this is long. I've increased this video length by, I think, a good amount. I hope you folks have a great rest of your day. Wait. I hope you folks have a great rest of your day. Wait, what do I normally say? Oh my god. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, folks. Whoa. Hey, folks, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.